What's going on, guys? This is Damien from The Lookout and welcome to the final Archetype breakdown for Zenkai Set 1, Shroom and Salsa, the newest Shroom and Salsa Black Leaders. But before we begin this video, hit that like and subscribe button. We are on our way to 1000 subs when we're gonna have an awesome giveaway. Now, roll the video. What are Shroom and Salsa all about? Well, it's a Digimon deck that sends your cards from the deck to the warp. You play a handful of decent-ish cards, then from the warp to, you play them to the battle area. It's a very weird black archetype. You mill yourself by warping. So from this point on, I'm going to narrow this down in a keyword and say like warp mill. So just to make, explanations shorter. So you warp mill with this deck. Here is our leader on the front side, Shroom and Salsa. No idea who these characters are. The Dragon Ball Heroes lore is a bit weak. So some small kid and the local, hot topic guy. Otto, send 2 cards from the top of your deck to warp. So mill warp 2. To look at the top 5 and grab 1 black demon realm race or 1 black demon god among them to your hand and shuffle your deck. So you're tutoring, basically. You're mill warping for 2 and tutoring. Awaken, life 4 or less, of course, or there are 6 or more black cards in your warp. You may send 1 from your hand to warp, draw 2, switch 1 to active mode, Digivolve, and draw until you have 6 lives left. I think that this is an awful awakening because I'm not sure how consistently you can actually get 6 cards in the warp by turn 2. I mean, you can send 2 if you're going second, then you swing twice, then it's 4. There probably are ways. I will check the rest of the cards, but immediately it doesn't look super good. On the Digivolve side, they are Demon God Shroomamon and Salsamon Deadly Genius. Permanent. When you would place a card from combo into drop, remove it from the game instead. This means that you must charge Z energy at the end of the combo phase or your card is just wasted. It's gone forever. Auto, send 1 Demon Realm Race or Demon God card from your hand to the warp. When he attacks, draw 2. Okay. Warp 1, there are ways of getting them back, so this is strong. You're not really losing the card, you're just substituting it to draw 2. That's amazing. Activate battle. Once per turn, if this card is in battle, use up to 1 Demon Realm Race or Demon God card, both mono black and without super combo, from your warp in a combo. So every turn, if this card is in battle, you can, once per turn, every turn, you can combo with a card from your warp. And then you just charge it into the Z energy because otherwise it's removed from the game. This is very strong. The leader on the Awakened side is genuinely very strong. But he digivolves even further. Now in Z Awakening, the Mega Digivolution or whatever it is nowadays, Demon God Shroomon and Demon God Salsamon, imminent annihilation. Double strike, 20k. Z Awaken on 2 or less. That's my only issue. 2 or less Z Awaken, regardless of them being extremely powerful, 2 or less is risky. Activate main once per turn. I mean, it's not risky, it's just late. Once per turn, place 1 of your Z energy in its owner's drop. So you just waste 1 Z energy. You may look at the bottom of your deck and play it if it's Shroom or Salsa with Servant and costs 3 or less, and then place it, if it's not, you place it at the bottom of your deck. I don't like this. I think that this is awful. Because you sacrifice 1 of your Z energy. I mean, you're not really going to be using them anymore, but you sacrifice it to look at the very bottom deck. You look at a single card at the bottom of your deck that needs to be a specific card in order to play it, otherwise your effect is just wasted. I really don't like this. Activate battle once per turn. If this card is in battle, use up to 2 Demon Realm Race or Demon God cards without super combo and mono black from your warp in a combo. This is amazing, because you can do this either on your turn or your opponent's turn. You're just a 30k guy. 30k double strike, super strong. Overall, don't really like the Activate main. I think that it's awful, but Activate Battle is super strong. It has double strike, it's huge. It's a good Z leader. It's not, at the very top of Z leaders, but it is a good Z leader. The Unison for this deck has absolutely nothing to do with the rest of the deck. It's Demon God Poteed and Demon God Gravy, Treacherous Intel, free energy, so it's a free cost Unison in black. In Power Black 2, okay, that makes it slightly better. Auto. If there are 4 or more markers on this card, so you just need to empower once. When this card is played, your opponent sends 1 from hand to their warp. So it's a weak payoff. It's a pretty weak payoff. But +1 Activate Battle. Up to 1 black battle card in your combo area gets 5k combo for the turn, for the battle. So you swing with your leader, you combo with something, and then you +1, and then it's a super combo effectively. That's very strong. -3 Activate main. Choose all of your opponent's battle cards and send them to their owner's warp. This is insane, because we have seen Unisons that can clear the board. It is powerful. Yes, it doesn't ignore the barrier, but this effect is just stupid good. It is genuinely insane. You're just sending things to the warp. Your opponent has no way of getting them back. It's a very, very strong board clearer effectively. So it's a pretty good Unison. It's not a Unison for this deck, in my opinion, but it is a pretty good Unison. Let's look at the boss monster. Demon God Shroom and Demon God Salsa Unending Nightmare. Double strike servant, so no protection right out of the gates, okay. 8 cost, 3 specified black, 25k. 25k double strike, that's strong. Permanent. When it's placed in your drop from your battle or combo area, it's placed to the bottom of the deck instead. Auto. When this card is played, your opponent chooses 1 card in their hand and 1 of their battle cards, ignoring barrier, and sends them to their warp. This sounds strong, however, it's your opponent's choice. So it's still strong, but it's not as good as it might appear first time, because your opponent is always going to choose the less painful choice. So that's an issue. Activate Battle, limit 1 for 2 black. If you have 3 or more energy and there are 2 or more black cards in your combo area, play this card from your warp. So the issue is that it keeps returning to the bottom of the deck. I'm not sure what the deal with this is. I think that the deal is just so that you cannot keep recurring him back. That's, in my opinion, that's the way to balance it. But yeah, you need to have him in the warp first, which is super easy to do, and then you just cheat him out. It's a strong boss monster. It doesn't have any protection, but it's strong, it's not awful. It has some removal, which isn't the best, but it's a solid boss monster. There is one big problem with the boss monster that I forgot to mention. It breaks your Z leader, because it goes to the bottom of your deck. If you can't shuffle for some reason, whenever you use your Z leader's Activate main, you will check the bottom, you will see an 8 cost card, and then you will just put it back to the bottom of the deck. Your Activate main of your Z leader is genuinely useless if your boss monster is removed. Which is what? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it's not good, At this point, realizing that, I'm pretty sure that it's not good. All is not lost. Let's look at some Shroom and Salsa cards. Demon God Shroom, Dark King's Vanguard. Permanent. If your leader is a Demon Realm race, and you have 2 or more cards in the warp, reduce his cost by 1, so he's your 1 drop. Auto limit 1, when he attacks you draw 1 and then you mill warp 2. This guy, if you're going second, he's always going to cost 1, so then he attacks, he mill warps 2, and then you swing with your leader or you swing with him again next turn and he mill warps 2, you have 6 energies, 6 cards in warp you can awaken, so it's a good card. It allows you to draw, it quickens your awaken, so nothing bad about this. The other Shroom card is Demon God Shroomamon, Demonic Invitation. So like, you cannot tell me that this is not a Digimon. This is a Digimon. Don't care. It's a Digimon. So Servant 10k. So this is the one that you can actually play with your Z leader because he costs 3. Auto limit 1. When this card attacks, you may mill warp 1, then choose one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 4 or less and send them to their warp. This is amazing because you want to mill warp with this deck and you get to choose what to send to the warp. It's not ignoring barrier, but on attack you're warping something. So this is very, very strong. Activate battle for 1 energy. If there are 1 or more Salsa cards in your combo area and you send 1 card other than this card from your hand to the warp, you play him from your hand or your warp. So you cheat him out for 1. It's not difficult to get Salsa into the combo. You want to warp cards anyway, so your warp sometimes acts like an extension of your hand, so it's fine. It's a good way, to cheat him out. He is 10k, he has a powerful effect, very, very good card. Now let's look at some Salsa cards. 1 drop, 4k, Demon God Salsa, Dark King's Vanguard. Auto, when this card is played, you look at top 5. From the top of your deck, you add 1 Demon Realm Race or Demon God cards to your hand, then shuffle your deck. Additionally, if your leader is a Black Demon Realm Race, send 2 cards from the top of your deck to a warp. Okay, now I'm convinced that Awakening turn 2 is actually pretty easy. It's not an awful Awakening anymore, because like you can mill 2 with your leader, you mill with this, you mill with leader again, you mill with Shroom, you can get 6 super easily. Auto limit 1, when this card is used in a combo from your warp, it gets plus 1k combo power for the battle. So he's a 6k combo, which works fine with the Shroom free drop. So because it says if you have, Salsa in your combo area, you can use this Salsa, give yourself plus 6k, then you can cheat out the Shroom for 1. It's a strong card. It's pretty good, as far as 1 drops go. The final Salsa card is Demon God Salsamon Stormclad, again a Digimon. Free cost 10k, so this is another one that you can cheat in with your boss monster, not boss monster, Z leader. Auto limit 1, when he's played, you send the top card of your deck to your warp, and then your opponent sends 1 from their hand to their warp. So this is, you mill warp 1 and your opponent discard warps 1. It's a good trade-off. Activate battle for 1 black if there are 1 or more Shroom cards in the combo area and you send 1 from your hand to the warp, you get to play this guy from your hand or warp. So you cheat him in for 1, your opponent discard warps 1. It's a strong effect, it's a pretty good card. There's not much to say about it. 10k, get rid of 1 card in your opponent's hand. I think the Shroom is better, but yeah, these are all of the Salsa and Shroom cards. But we have some Mexicabara cards as well. Now we have some Mechi cards. First one, Dark King Mexicabara Final Battle at hand. Hopefully, I am sick to death of Dark Empire Saga. It's been going on forever. Please let the next set be the final one, and I've heard that it will be. So, Overlord, once per turn. Auto, when this card is played, draw 1. Additionally, if your leader is a Black Demon Realm race, send 2 cards from the top of your deck into a warp. What Overlord does is that as activate main, you can place 1 card with Servant to the bottom of your deck. This helps you if you are bricking with your Z leader because of your boss monster. There's also another way to help you, which is activate main for free energy. If your leader is a Black Demon Realm race card, you may look at the bottom card of your deck, and you may play it if it's a Demon God card with Servant, and if you don't, you just place him back to the bottom of your deck. What this actually does is it allows you to help yourself if your 8th drop is destroyed and placed to the bottom of your deck, because your 8th drop is a Demon God. So this is the card that prevents your Z leader from breaking, and it allows you to keep on cheating out your 8th drop. Yes, you will pay free to cheat him out, but you can do it. So it's a cute card. It's definitely a cute card. The other Mexicabara card is Dark King Mexicabara Imminent Annihilation. 15k free cost Overlord again, once per turn. Auto limit 1, when he attacks, use up to 1 Demon Realm Race or Demon God card, both mono black and without super combo, from your warp in a combo, so he's 20k on attack. Activate main for 1 black. If your leader is a black Demon Realm Race card and there are 6 or more cards in the warp, which there will be, you play him from your hand. This guy is very good, so on turn 2 you have 6 cards in your warp, so you can just cheat him out on the turn that you are also awakening. He's 20k attacker, he puts stuff to the bottom of your deck, making it easier for your Z leader to hit things. Very good card. Finally, we have 2 extra cards. First one is Reapermon's Cunning. Activate main for 1 energy. Choose one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost greater than their current energy and warp it. Send it to the warp. Additionally, if your leader is a Demon God card, send up to 1 battle card from your opponent's drop to their warp. This is quite good. So for 1 energy, you're warping something, and then you have decks like U7, where you can just like pick their best card in their drop, that card that you know they can recur somehow, and then just warp it. Just remove it. So for 1 energy, it does a lot. It's not a bad card. I think that this is, pretty good. The final card is Genius Mon's Craft. Activate main, choose one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost less than or equal to their current energy and just warp it. Okay, so it's for 1 energy, it's just remove things to warp. Additionally, if your leader is a Demon God card, you draw 1. So warp something, draw 1 for 1, that's pretty decent. It's a good card. My final thoughts. I think that this is a cute deck. I think that it's a casual deck. I don't see this, really being like tier 1 or super competitive, but it's cute. It's pretty consistent. I was wrong at the very start of the video. You can awaken, very fast, and it has a cute way of playing around, with your warp being effectively an extension of your hand, and your Z leader, if you don't break, if you get your Mexicabaras so that you can manipulate your bottom deck, you can cheat out things with your Z leader. Your Z leader is incredibly strong, your awakened side is incredibly strong, so I think that it is a strong deck. I just don't think that it's on par with everything else. But I'm certain that this deck is going to be dirt cheap, so if you're looking to dive into black, I think that this is much better than the Tova deck, but I'm also biased against the Tova token deck. So if you're looking to start the game with a cheap black deck that isn't difficult to play, go with this one. That's it for the video. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think of Shroom and Salsa Archetype? I'll do a gameplay breakdown next week, so just tell me, leave your thoughts in the comments. If you're a black player who has been expecting, a new good black deck to play, are you satisfied with what you got in Zenkai 1, or are you just disappointed? Will you be trying this deck out anyway? Do you think it has some hidden potential? Let me know in the comments below. I read all of your comments, I try to respond to everything. I love our little community, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. We are on our way to 1000 subs when I'm gonna give away 2 booster boxes. This has been Damien from The Lookout, and I'll see all of you in the next video.